Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm so glad you're here this morning. It's Happy Hump Day. We're getting ready for a great weekend coming up. But first, let's get our weather on today's show. Brought to us by Haney Technical Center. High today of 82, low of 71. Been a small variance in changing temperatures there. And the water temperature now is 74 degrees. So it's going to be in good shape. We're still sort of neap tides, but this weekend is going to be some good tides. Let me go and say now, the full moon is Friday night and Saturday night, but like my dad always told me, I know you're probably tired of me talking about it each year, he'd love to go 3 days before the full moon, so you need to go today. Just call in sick. Tell the boss you got this itch. You got to go. You got to go fishing, and I can't do it, but I promise you next year, like I said, next year I'm going to be down there on the river and catching some fish on a day like day, 3 days before the full moon, so jump on it. Okay, the tide chart, let's look at the river readings. I'm sorry, river readings first. After I go to Bluntstown, 5.7, and the Chartette-Careville right about to break at 5 foot. So it, again, good shape, excellent shape there. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery, and their high today, high tide is 8:54 and low tide is 6:26. They're getting better and better as the week progresses. Marine forecast, south-southwest at about 5 to 10. So we're in good shape, a little bit of rain scattered throughout all week long, so and we need the rain, so we're proud of that. So let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's got a couple of pictures here. Let's take a look at some of these. To start off here with a nice red snapper. This is Kenny Zedeker. Kenny played ball for us a while back, moved out of town. I think he's back in town. The Zedeker family have been here in St. Andrew a long time, one of the early families of St. Andrew. So good job, Kenny Zedeker. That fishing runs in your family blood. I know that. Check out this redfish right here. Clean redfish this afternoon. Several blue crabs. Look what was inside the stomach. You know how I like to go inside of when I catch a fish. Look see that color, that electric chicken. See the colors right there, but you see a light color and a colored color. So that 3 different shades of color. Of course, see the crabs they've been eating also. That's what a redfish will eat. Okay. Now let me go to this next one over here. This is let's see. This is a group of, this is Stevie Nicewander and some of his buddies out on a nice red snapper trip. That's Stevie there in the middle, all right? Lionfish tournament, of course, was held this past weekend. Just a bunch of lionfish. Folks, from what the folks are telling me, I haven't gone underwater yet, but they're all over the place, all right? Tammy Clark, Brad Clark's better half with a nice Spanish mackerel. You see right offshore there, that's a big Spanish. The Spanish are still running strong and looking good there. Tammy does the catching, and Brad Clark, he just drives along, and he's like a deckhand. But Tammy is really the fisherman in the family. Good job, Tammy. Okay, and we try to David Rich down here in Weewall St. Joe, Rich's IGA. He's a good fisherman now. Fine-looking red snapper. We're getting some really good. And he caught that on light tackle. Okay. This is an odd picture, not odd location for turkey hunting is what I mean. This is our own Bill Buchanan family over here in Southport. He is turkey hunting, folks, at the site of the Woodstock Festival in 1969. Now, isn't that amazing? But you can see the plaque there. This is the original site of the Woodstock. And Bill loves the turkey hunt. He goes all over the country. And he's getting one of the New York State turkeys there. So good job there. All right, let's see. Okay, we'll come out of that later. That's enough pictures right now. I do want to say next week is Safe Boating Week. They're doing some press stuff today and all, but safe boating, we talk about it all year round, of course. We want everybody to drive safely, but the state puts a lot of emphasis on it next week. I always do it a week before Memorial Day, and can you believe we ain't that far away from Memorial Day? Coming up Monday week, it's going to be here before we know it. But that's always a busy boating weekend, and Florida has over 1 million registered vessels around the water. So, and of course, we lead the country in accidents and all, but we do a fantastic job as far as informing people, but the bottom line is it goes back to the person driving a boat, the responsibility that person takes, and we're going to talk about next week and show some different things and all, talking about safe boating, but just be aware of that, okay? So we got that coming up soon. Also, The rest of this week, got some good guests coming on, and of course Friday, the famous Friday fishing report. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna come back and show you something else on the tube. Welcome back. And you know how much we talk about our fishing heritage and how proud we are here in the Panhandle of our fishing heritage and museums here that honor the history and all, but we always want to put something in here on fishing. I ran across this, and it's opening up this weekend, folks. Remember the old Lou speed stick, okay? Lou Childry, they're opening up a museum now up in Springfield, Missouri. Up there, you know, the big box stores up there, big chain, and they're going to have a museum right next door. It's going to be the same hours of Outdoor World and all. It's going to be Lou's Museum, and it's going to be Lou Childry. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Lou Childry, from the 50s to the 80s, was just an innovator in fishing, and he was able to. He had a Lou speed stick and that speed spool, and so much innovation and all. And his family and some folks and all up there in that area wanted to just save some of his memorabilia. So so look at this picture here. It says right here, a vintage wooden float boat and a 1975 Ranger bass boat. That's among the largest items on display in Lou's Ozarks Fishing Museum. The history of Lou plus the White River collection of lures. I'm gonna show you the next picture. Look at this wall of stuff right here. You can see a lot of the stuff that he invented and old plugs and all. And you look at this layout though, and what I was looking at, it's only about 1,000 square foot, which is not a large area. That's sort of built on to an area, 1,000 square foot, but they were able to get 2 boats in it and then a whole wall full of stuff. So when we're talking about, you know, if you're doing something in this area, it would be advantageous to do something, to start off with something like that. And I guarantee you, we have enough stuff around here to put in a little museum. So hopefully we can get something like that done around this Panhandle area. I know Destin has a little museum, and it's not large, but they have what a little classic. I did a story on it 6 or 7 years ago on that little Destin fishing museum. So I would love to see it here. The Carabel area has a little museum there, a local museum, and so but we don't have one here in Bay County. And St. Andrew area would be a nice place. And I've talked about it before, but anyway, if this summer, if you headed out that way to the central part of America, around the Missouri area, some White River. That's one of my goals too. I want to fly fish on the White River because they talk about what a beautiful area that is. I've never been there. I know some of y'all have. And that boat, I'm going by that boat right there. That was a replica. That's a real, what they call a vintage wooden. It's not a replica. It's one of the old wooden boats. That's what they used on the White River up there, and how to set down in it, see the old paddle, the old thermos, and just a cool setup right there. That's just really, really neat. I sort of get a little concerned when talking about a 1975 Ranger bass boat being antique. A lot of us, that's not considered antique. Some folks still fishing those things. So anyway, so let's continue on the fishing now. Again on local, again on the freshwater side. A lot of times, we're talking about freshwater fishing. We've hit a lot this week. We had some folks on, we had Sledge talking about it and showing the pictures, and one of the top places to go, and a lot of people still don't take advantage of it, some people still don't know about it, is our own local Carter track up here in Washington County. It's up Highway 77, about 5 miles north of Highway 20. It'll be there on the left side as you go through Greenhead, and it's owned by the state. The Carter track started off in the early years as Mr. Carter himself. We talked about it before, how he got it started, built some nice ponds and lakes up there, and it's controlled and owned now by the state. And so one day Scott Lindsay and I were talking about it. We said, heck, why don't we just go up there? So we went up there. So let's watch this video, and we'll be back after the video, okay? All right, Scott. What pond we're gonna fish? What lake we fishing?
We're gonna go to the dry pond.
This is dry.
See how you have to. This is what you gotta do. You gotta bring your boat up here.
Yeah, we brought our own water with us. We hit a strong storm. All right.
Boat sank before we got here.
All right, here's boats over here that they provide for you, but we're gonna use Scott's boat here. We got it by ourselves today, Scott.
Yeah, it ain't too crowded, is it?
Woo. Still lightning. All right, Scott hooked up on the first one. Hey, that's a nice one. Ooh, that's a nice one.
Oh!
You lost him?
We won't eat him tonight.
Well, they can boil in the water. Woo! Look at that, baby. Nice one. Now we got that one in.
Is he 8 inches long?
I think he'll do. I don't like that thunder though.
Once it thunders, it's done lightning. It's all over.
Now, folks, I just pulled this one in, but we got to throw him back because he's not quite 8 inches. Scott, you sure he ain't 8 inches?
I don't believe you.
Man, that's a shame. That's pretty much.
Step on him.
All right, we're gonna let him go. All right, folks, got a little rain out here, but we're moving on to another spot. About what horsepower we'll go on that, Scott?
2 hamburger horsepower.
2 hamburgers?
Or 1 gray mule.
You're sculling.
Sculling.
Who taught you how to skull?
My daddy. So I could scull him around. I don't know what's going to happen to all these bass fishermen if these electric motors quit, because they'd have to quit fishing.
That's true.
None of them know how to scull.
There ain't many of them skull anymore.
They don't know how.
All right, there he is.
Oh, Lord.
What you got there, Scott?
I got me some weeds. If I can get him out of there.
You tangled, got him up in the weeds.
Him is still down there.
This is a hard one to get. There he is. Oh, that's pretty. Got a little bit of shell cracker in him, hasn't it? That's right.
He could probably crack a shell. He's big enough to do it.
Now this ain't Mulehead Lake, right?
No, sir.
We gotta tell this is not Mulehead Lake. This is going to Carter Track. Fitzhugh Carter Track.
He ain't all that long.
I don't know. You threw that other one back now. We need to keep.
Well, this one here ain't 8 inches. That other ain't 8 inches. He sure ain't 8 inches.
Well, you gotta be 7.5.
That won't do it. 7.5 won't do it.
All right, Scott got a fly rod out. Just hit this fly right on top of the water back here by his lily pads. Oh, birdie.
I believe that and make the grade.
I think that one's long enough. That's a pretty one.
Beautiful fish.
Almost. Got him again.
Did you have it on it when
I didn't quite. I had it pointed that way. I was getting ready to turn it on. Yeah.
I'll have to get the gaff out.
Look at here. Don't let him get around the stump.
He'll knock that tree down.
Oh. There's another one. That's his twin brother.
Yeah, look how fat he is. These are some healthy fish. There'll be another one in there, dude. Yeah.
Oh man.
Ain't that pretty?
That's beautiful.
Cool.
What you got there, buddy?
Cool.
You switched back to the reel, hadn't you?
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
That is a nice one. You go back to the little spinner.
Oh, Lordy mercy.
Pretty fish, pretty fish. What you got to say about that?
He's blind in one eye. That's why he hit it. He's laying there asleep.
Now, can you think of much else we'd rather be doing now?
I could like to be doing it closer to home where I could do it longer, but I can't think of nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, there's a hoss right there, buddy.
Big old hen, Brent.
Look how big that's. Look how big he is now.
Look how big she is. That's a big old hen.
That's a pretty one.
That's the last one I'm going to keep.
I just hooked up on another one. He took you in the pad, didn't he?
There you go.
Oh, there he is. Pretty fish. Big fish. We don't catch anything but big ones.
We're trying to.
Well, I did catch a couple little ones a while ago.
We don't film little ones.
Oh yeah, that's right. We just filmed the big one. It's absolutely beautiful.
He hit it on outside of his
You
mouth.
got a yellow fly?
Yellow marathon.
Yellow marathon, right up there. No cypress tree, right? Watch him, he'll cast right up in there.
There. Not even getting in line on him. It may be a bass, who knows?
You think it's a big one?
Look at it. It's got
Ooh, what is that?
It's got to be a bass.
His waist floating. That little spinner going across there.
That was a brim. I'd have to put him on the wall. But it ain't.
Yeah. Nice little bass. That's our first bass.
Mm-hmm. Did you get my spinner? Only one in town. Well, if that had been a brim.
You got right on the lip, didn't
Fat, too.
you? Absolutely beautiful. We're on, this is Dry Lake?
Yeah, dry pond.
Dry pond. And one other boat way over there.
That orange line is easy to see out there.
Yeah, that makes it easy. All right, we got another one right here. Is that a bass?
That's a little bass.
Sure is. A bass. That did feel good.
I thought it was a little warmouth.
Yeah. We came up with a mouth like that. Oh, that's a pretty one.
Boy, he wanted it.
We done lost count, haven't we? All right, folks, we're headed back to landing. Getting a little late. I want to get a picture of Scott over here. He's trolling and sculling.
The battery's about to run down on this paddle.
Well, listen, can you do two things at one time, troll and scull?
Yeah, trolling, sculling.
Well, it's been a beautiful afternoon of fishing.
If my phone would ring, I'd get a bite. Why don't you call me?
No, I ain't gonna call you now. It's getting late. Let's look in the ice chest. We kept a few. We threw most of them back. We kept some. Scott's gonna take some to a friend, and I'm gonna take some to a mama. But there's a couple nice ones in there. That'd be some good eating. Scott's been a good trip, buddy.
It has been good. This is a good place to come fishing. They all need to come out here now. It's free. They do everything but bait your hook. I'm telling you.
And we caught them on crickets, fly,
spins,
and beetle spin.
Flies.
All
They
right.
did everything.
We're wrapping it up from Dry Pond up here at Fisheye Carter Track for Panhandle Outdoors with Scott Lindsay. I'm Winston Chester.
Bye-bye.
All right, welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's take a look at our fish and game time for today. Brought to us by Barron's Barbecue Shrimp Marinade, fish and game, fish sauce, fish and shrimp sauce, really. 10:24 to 12:24, right around lunchtime, and then from 10:15 or 10:45 tonight to 12:45. Okay, looking for an email right here. But anyway, I've got John Young from Graceville. Okay, I'm gonna add your name. Okay, John Young. He just sent me an email. Add your name in a pickle jar. You'll be ready for this weekend drawing, and we're gonna get these stirred up some. Okay, one of the things real quick. A lot of folks don't know how to get up there to Carter Track. I've got a picture. Let's look at this picture first. Beautiful area, and it's not just one pond. It's a tract. Okay, there's acres and all, but this is a black pond, and Mr. Fisheye Carter. Some of these palms were natural, and he made some of them back before it was illegal to do this kind of stuff. You couldn't do some of the stuff now that he did, but he did a good job. So as you're going in there from the bottom of the screen, bottom right-hand corner, you go in, you got two roads there. You got to check in. You want to check in there, and then go on the left. The first pond you're going to come to is Deep Edge Pond. And each one of those little black dots right there is a okay. Each one of the little black, that's a boat you can launch right there all right? And then keep going. That's Black Pond. I just showed you the picture, okay? And then there's not a launch by that little mill pond. We keep on going to the top of the screen. There's Dry Pond. And like I say, each one of those symbols is where you can launch your boat. Of course, keep in mind it's not motorized and all. But then you can come in here, and on the other road, on the right-hand side, you can come on in here, and you can go all the way to back, way back there, there's what they call a green pond. That's Green Pond Road, and there's a little set of ponds. But there's 3 little boat launches back there. So you can see the sizing of the ponds, and you can see if you want to fish and all, then that Dry Pond, though, is a big pond, and so is a Black Pond. And so check out the website, check out the regulations on it. Okay, I'm gonna read you real quick. They allow 20 anglers an area per day. You get 10 daily permits, but you also call ahead of time if you want to make reservations. They have 10 for people coming up and 10 for people calling in. Here's a number right here, 773-2631. 773-2631, and that will get you there to the check-in station, and they can reserve your place, and you go over. But go online and check all the what the restrictions are and the times, and they also let them hunt on it during the hunting season. So it's really it's structured really good for the outdoorsman, for the all-around outdoorsman. You can hunt some in the wintertime and turkey hunt on it, then you can fish it, and it's public. It's open to every one of us. In fact, we own it because we're a tax-paying citizen, a tax-paying outdoorsman. So take advantage of it. It fits you car to track. And anytime you get a chance to, I'm going to go up there some. I keep telling you all the things I'm going to do when I retire. I got my list, but that's not that far from the house. But you got to take your truck and put your boat in the back of your truck, and like Scott and I did, just pull it out and try to. Next time I go with Scott, I'm going to let him film, and I'm going to get the fish. So we're going to get doing that pretty soon. So we're going to start wrapping things up. We got, like I say, we got a big week coming up the rest of the week, and then next week we got some good stuff as always. So go ahead and start making outdoor plans for the weekend with that full moon. All right, we'll break it up for today. Thank y'all so much for watching Panhandle Outdoors. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.